Hi, this is Alexis back for week 8 JavaScript week 5 to show off my menu app. So we'll take a look at that first. Let's shop for food. Okay, how many onions? Let's do 1. Garlics 2. Tomatoes 5. How many pounds of meat? Expensive. Let's do 1. Do you want to shop for clothes? Of course. Why would you even ask? How many hats? 2. Love handbags. Let's do 10. Dresses? 2. No, 23. Oh my gosh. Okay, it says this is my food list. There you go. There's all the inputs I put in. So we're getting 5 tomatoes, etc. Do I want to remove anything? No, I usually eat a lot. So we'll go ahead and skip that by typing 0. Clothes list. Ooh. You know what? That's going to be a little expensive with 10 handbags. So let's remove item 2. Okay, my final list is updated and it removed the handbags. Awesome. Cool. So that's my app. Let's go ahead and look at the code for it. So over here in my window, I created these 2 classes, food and clothes, self-explanatory with these 3 parameters, name, price, and quantity. Then my main class, creatively named main, is where all the action takes place. So the first thing I did was I constructed these 2 empty arrays, this food and this clothes. And I have this method, handle food. And inside of it I'm assigning a variable onion quantity, and what it's doing is making it equal to the method show onion that I have below. And what this does is what we saw, the prompt box pops up and asks how many onions do you want, and I typed in 1 or whatever it was. So it's returning this 1 I typed in up here into this as a parameter, and then it's pushing it into this down below. So what it's doing is pushing the value into the this food array, and it's also assigning as a new food class as to the class food, and it's also pushing it in with these 3 elements, onion, price, and quantity. And once all of this is done, it returns the array this food. So that's what we get as an output from this method. Handle closed is the same exact thing. We already went over all of these show methods, and they all do the same thing. So this is kind of where we started in the window, an alert saying let's shop for food. I created the variable main and assigned it the main method. And here, handle food array variable is assigned the output of the handle food method above, and if you recall, the handle food method returns the food array that is now populated with basically these items here, and then the quantity that the user assigned from the prompt box. And as you might imagine, shop for clothes is the same idea, except we had the prompt offered to the user. Do you want to shop for clothes? Y or N is the response required. And I wrote an if statement that if shop for clothes up here is returned as a Y by the user, then it will assign the handle close array to the method handle close that runs. So basically it runs that next thing where I'm populating, oh, do I want handbags, do I want shoes that I had written above, etc. Okay, I went ahead and reran the web browser just to kind of have a visual here. So in this section we created the variable food description, which is an empty string to start, and then made a for loop that loops through the handle food array using incrementation, and then it produces the food description, which is kind of produces the statement where it shows over here this 1. So this hat that we have, it's actually at index 0, but with the +1 it assigns it a 1. So it's kind of neat over in the browser. It's a little bit of string concatenated with the indice or the index in this handle food array. The name particularly populates here, so the hat, and then another string, and then the handle food array with the index specified, but this time the quantity, and then this \n is just a line break. So, or sorry, that was for the food, but you know, the closed one is the same thing. So that's this top part here. And then down here is how you remove these items. So I created the let or I created the variable remove food, and it prompts the user right here, do you want to remove an item? If not, type 0. We're looking at the closed one, so if not, type 0, and then, if I want to remove something, it will automatically, like if I type a 1, 2, or 3, that's not a 0, it's greater than a 0, it'll run this statement here. So if I say I want to remove the item at 2, like this, it runs what's inside of here, which what it's doing is taking this handle close array, and which is what we assigned up above to the this food array initially, and it takes what the input that the user placed in, which if it was a 2, it would subtract 1, which it's just accounting for the fact that there's an item at 0, even though in a list in real life, so to speak, we don't start at 0. So it's just accounting for that. So it's saying remove this item sitting at 2, which is actually sitting at index 3. And then 1 just specified how many to remove. So if I type anything in there, it removes, and sure enough, I removed the handbags. So then we get down here to these new descriptions, which is exactly the same as above. We're just overriding them using the updated array that we gathered from up here. So as you can see, you have the same output, it's just got the updated array information. And then the final thing that displays, which I guess is this box in general, is the alert, just letting us know all of this information. So thanks for listening. Bye.